Why do I need to have my home inspected?
Okay.
I'm selling it.
Okay. Most people make a very grave mistake when they're getting ready to put their property on the market in not having it inspected. They're looking at it from the wrong side of the ledger, so to speak. They're saying, okay, it's going to cost me $350, maybe $400 to get my house inspected. I'll just wait for the buyer to get the house inspected and let him pay for it. But what you fail to realize is this. Number one, by having your home pre-inspected, it increases the value and markability of your property. Because number one, when a buyer walks through, he's not going to come up with a long laundry list of items that need to be addressed. Why? Because you've taken care of them in advance, and that makes your home a better buy for each individual buyer that's looking at it. Number two, another reason why is having your home pre-inspected might expose something that's very costly that needs to be done and gives you ample time to take care of it instead of being squeezed into a 7-day period that you got to come in and you're in the contract. You only got 7 days to get all the inspections done. Oh, but you got a handyman. Yeah, your handyman just happened to be out of town on vacation. He just gone to the Virgin Islands.
Yep.
He's on vacation, and now you left stranded trying to figure out how do I get these things done. So now you got to call in somebody who you don't know to do them, and it's going to cost you a whole lot more to get them done. Why? Because now they know you under the time crunch, and you know it's like with anything else. If time is your enemy, it always costs you more. And so you want to do it well in advance. I always like to tell the story of a rainy night in Georgia. You know that tire on that car is bad. And you've been putting off, and you've been passing by the local tire shop for a whole month, and you know you need to replace that tire. But I'm going to get around. I'm going to shop. Then all of a sudden you got to go to Georgia on a family emergency. 9 o'clock, 8:45 at night, your car breaks down. It's number one tire shop open. He the only one with a car with a tire that fits your car. You're not gonna get a deal. You're not gonna be able to negotiate. He could turn around and look at the price of that tire and double the price of that tire. What you gonna have to do? You're gonna have to buy that tire. Why? Because you weren't prepared. That's what having your home inspected in advance done. Another thing it does, it allows you the opportunity to do some of those items yourself. Because once you're on the contract that we use here in Florida specifically states that the repairs must be done by a licensed professional. Okay? A licensed professional has to do them. So that can be a handyman that has an occupational license, right? Or it might require an electrician. Or it might require a plumber. But guess what? Things that an electrician can do, such as switching out a light switch, or getting the fan operating properly, or fixing the leak underneath the kitchen sink, or putting a TPR valve on the hot water heater, or putting a cutoff switch somewhere. A handyman can do those things at a price a whole lot cheaper than what a plumber or an electrician could. So once you're into that contract period, guess what you've just done? You've moved from being able to use a handyman to take care of a lot of repairs to now they're going to want you to have a professional. Another reason is this. Some of those repairs might require a permit. So suppose the buyer says, I want to make sure that these are permitted.
Right.
So now you got to go through the permit process, which means now you got to have the city inspector or the county inspector come out and look at the work, and you could have got it done earlier before. You could have got it done. Now, I want to talk about, while we're talking about this need for this pre-inspection sellers, I want to throw a word out that you might not have heard if you've been in your house for a long time. It's called a 4-point inspection. Okay?
4-point.
4-point inspection. You want to get a traditional home inspection, a termite, and you want to get a 4-point. Now, insurance companies nowadays, if your home is built anywhere before the year 2000, they are going to require a 4-point home inspection. They're going to require
if your home is built before 2000.
If your home is built before 2000, if it's built last century, you're going to need a 4-point. Now, what the 4-point addresses is this. The first item it addresses is your roof. They're going to look for cracking shingles, broken shingles, missing shingles, signs of leaks, your end caps on your roof vents. All of those things, they're going to be up there inspecting when they walk in your roof. They're going to be looking for soft spots in your roof, all of those things. The second point that 4-point addresses is this, people. It addresses your AC system. Is it working properly? Is it functioning? Is it giving a proper differential? Okay? Is it clean? Are the coils clean? They're going to be looking at that. They're going to write down the age. They want to know how many years of expected life is left in it. The same thing for the roof. They're going to want to know, so the roof is 1 point in the 4-point. Your AC system, your next one is your electrical panel. Now listen, if you got a Federal Pacific electric panel, or you have a Zinsco electrical panel, chances are you're going to have to replace them. And you saying, well, I got to spend the money to replace. They want to replace, they can replace it. Well, let me share with you why. They can't get insurance. And if they can't get insurance on it, they aren't going to buy your house.
Wait a minute. What was the name of those two?
The Federal Pacific panel, electrical panel, Federal Pacific. And the other one is called Zinsco. If you, Glenn in there writing down the name of the panel.
You better believe it.
Because if you had that panel.
I've heard this before.
Yeah, if you had that panel in your house, then you're going to immediately fail the 4-point. Okay. So now, if you've done a pre-inspection and you've done your 4-point in advance, the other thing that the 4-point is going to look at is your plumbing. Okay. So now, if you have poly piping in your house, which was done in the 80s, if you had that in your house, that could be an issue in your home. And so they're going to look at your plumbing to make sure that system is okay. So those are the 4 points they're going to be looking at. Your roof, your AC, your electrical, and your plumbing. If the insurance company looks at either one of them points and see it as a deficiency, then it's going to be more difficult to get insurance, more costly to get insurance, and in some cases, it can be prohibitive to even get insurance. So that's why you want to do your pre-home inspection. Because now suppose you find out that your house was built in the 70s or the 80s and you got a Federal Pacific panel in your home. Well, now you had the opportunity to call around and shop, get 3 quotes for it. You aren't under any pressure. So you can give times, you might have somebody who could do it $300, $400 cheaper than the next vendor. So guess what? You just saved the money for that pre-home inspection. You just saved it. Or you might come up with some plumbing issues that need to be addressed. But a handyman can handle them now because you are not under the terms of the contract. Okay? Or suppose you got some missing shingles on the roof. A handyman might be able to handle those issues now. Why? Because you're not under the terms of the contract. And so now you can get a professional handyman to come in and address all of the issues in your house that you don't have to call a licensed, quote unquote, roofer out for, which you know that means money. You got to call a licensed and approved plumber out.
When you under the contract, that's what you got to do.
That's what you're going to have to do. That's what, because the buyer can specify that I want all of these done by a licensed and bonded professional. So now you wind up spending more money during the process in the long haul because you didn't do it early. And not only that, now you've made by doing the pre-inspection, not only have you cut down on the cost of having the repairs done, cut down on the cost of having the repairs done, you've also turned around now by doing it that way, spread out that cost over a longer length of time. Got your choice of vendors in on it, and you saved money by doing the pre-home inspection. So I tell people, get that home inspection done, pay for that pre-home inspection done. You know another advantage that you have? Finally, if you do these two things, the home inspection and the pre-home inspection, is this. Now you can market your house as certified pre-inspected. And guess what? When you market your house as certified pre-inspected, guess what, people? You get more money for the home. Hey, this is Harry Bang, your radio realtor, and I hope I've been beneficial to you sellers today on telling you the benefits of having a pre-inspection done for your home. Hey, Harry Bang, your radio realtor. Give us a call, 407-654-2626, or visit us at realestatecentralflorida.com.